Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2018 Austrian Darts Open Championship here in Graz. This is our second semi-final. Time to meet the players. A winner on the PDC Pro Tour circuit and a finalist in the PDC Players Championships. From Wales, will you please welcome the Ferret, Johnny Clayton! And now, ladies and gentlemen, a winner of 4 PDC ranking tournaments and the winner of the PDC's Champions League of Darts. From Austria, it's the gentle Mensur Suljovic! Ladies and gentlemen, for our second semi-final, the best of 13 legs. Your referee, the calculator, Kurt Bevins.
Austria expects, that's all you can say really here. Mensur Suljovic has so far delivered what the crowd have demanded. But he still needs to win 2 more matches if he is to be crowned the champion here in Graz at the Austrian Darts Open. Standing in his way of a place in the final against the Welshman Gerwyn Price is another Welshman, Johnny Clayton. What price? An all-Welsh affair. The crowd here, though, clearly want only one outcome. Johnny Clayton, it's his turn now to be the pantomime villain, to be the party pooper, to upset the odds, and he would upset the odds as well. Suljovic is a clear odds-on favourite with the bookies for this one. And it all just continues to deliver. All the stories this tournament. Gerwyn Price backstage, no doubt keeping half an eye on events on stage as we build up to the final. Paul Nicholson alongside me, Rob Malarkey, for the second semi-final.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flag Johnny to throw first. Game on.
Well, so far this tournament has been all about Mensur Suljovic. He's been the main story, but we've got to give Johnny Clayton a massive amount of
100
kudos and credit, making his first semi-final on the Euro Tour. It won't be his last. He's too good. A champion of champions winner
59.
against the Champions League winner. Johnny Clayton is here to stay as a seed. Probably. He has to do a bit more work
86.
to get himself in that bracket. He's doing everything right now. Just had a little glance backstage. I was watching the previous semi-final backstage, and Joe Cullen is absolutely devastated.
137.
Don't blame him. It was a great opportunity for him to make the final. But one thing we know about Joe is he'll be back.
60.
He desperately craves that final and that European Tour win that he wants so badly.
And let's all hope he uses this experience in the right way. understandable that he's feeling the way he is right now. But if he can channel that feeling into something positive, then
132.
as you say, Paul, I think it won't. I think it'll be a question of when rather than if for Joe Fulham.
Yeah, absolutely.
177.
Well, it's just trumped what Suljovic did there. Great darts from Johnny Clayton.
Well, Johnny Clayton has had a very testing route here through this draw. Max Hopp in the second round. Remember, Clayton, 16th seed. Max Hopp, the champion from last weekend, was his opening opponent. James Wade, a reinvigorated James Wade, 6-3 earlier today, and then Ian White, 6-4 in the last quarter-final. Double 12.
54.
Not to be. And the crowd just find their voice once again here. Suljovic on 73 for a steal and a break.
Hasten to say, you can't even miss that this early. Because if he'd have hit that, he would have kept the crowd quiet. As it turns out, double 18 will get them off their seat. And it's Lewis.
Second Mensa to throw first.
He's been deadly on his doubles this weekend. Mensa like Mensa Mania. Is it going to be a home win for the second week in a row on the Euro Tour?
45.
Yeah, Max Hopp in Saarbrücken 7 days ago. Could it be Suljovic here in Austria? Long way to go.
58.
It could be a Welsh derby in the final. A meeting of the potential World Cup teammates. Johan Price, when he won that semi-final just now, you could see the relief and the sheer joy of making his first Euro Tour final.
43.
And if Mensa Suljovic wins this match, it will be a battle of the two guys who were relegated from the Premier League.
Indeed it will, yeah.
100.
That'll totally blow out the water, the thing about Premier League debutants being ruined in a matter of two weeks later.
Yeah, instant response almost from Price and Suljovic. Well, whatever happens here, Suljovic has certainly responded very well indeed. Clayton playing in his first Euro Tour semi-final. He's just won his first Euro Tour quarter-final. Suljovic has been here before, of course. He's a European Tour winner. He made the semi-finals here in Austria in 2014. Champions League winner, 4 ranking titles to his name as well.
Made the final in Gibraltar last year where he came up short against Michael Smith. But his win in Riesa just under 2 years ago.
66.
What a game that was with Kim Ibrex, where Kim should have won the match. Missed a bucket load of doubles to win it. Mensa picked up the scraps and took the title.
Yeah, back-to-back finals actually for Mensa last year. One in Gibraltar, the other at the European Darts Match.
100.
2 finals and a semi-final on the Euro Tour last year for Mensa. He is becoming a mainstay of the European Tour.
70.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be going out to the seeds either. He wants to make sure that he just plays 2 days a weekend on the Euro Tour, not 3. Treble 19 for double 18. Double 18's been good to him. And it is again. Oh, he gives it the full-blown Barneveld celebration with the arms out wide. Very angelic.
And Frau Suljovic, Denisa watching on there as well. She's been here all day. Well, she's been here all weekend.
Mrs. Champions League.
Mrs. Champions League. Hails from Sarajevo. They've known each other for a long, long time. They've known each other since they were teenagers.
Is he from Sarajevo?
No, she's from Sarajevo.
Oh, okay.
He's from... what's it called now?
84.
Anyway, it's a part of... he was born in the former Yugoslavia. As it was when he was born in 1972. in a...
If he's wife's from Sarajevo, does that mean there's a potential for
95.
Mensa to go on dancing on ice and they do the bolero?
Maybe so.
Just like
That'd be a nice thought.
Torval and Dean in 84.
99.
Is it 84?
84, yeah.
Second guess myself there, Rob. Shouldn't do that. Second guessing is not going on stage for Suljovic. He's got a 2-0 lead in the first to 7, as the semi-finals are these days.
96.
People getting more for their buck. Johnny Clayton has been using that towel on the table to wipe his brow many a time.
85.
As he would say in Wales, it's hot in here. The hair wax is getting a bit of a spreading from the sweat. Sweatier in here than it is when Jean-Claude Van Damme fought Tong Po in Kickboxer.
105. When you require 133.
Treble 19 for double 8. Double 8 for a 133. Just checking that it's in. That isn't.
17.
And because that's not in, this would hurt him. This will be for a double break and a 3-0 lead. Oh boy, he hits this. Just listen to this.
Well.
100. Johnny requires 16.
16 for Clayton.
Edge on the third leg.
Johnny Clayton holds and silences the crowd momentarily.
Game on.
The thing to do to keep the crowd quiet is to hit your doubles and not react to anything. Just play under the radar darts.
140.
Yeah, Suljovic, I've just double checked. Yeah, he was born in a town called Tutin, which is in Serbia.
180.
Well, it's a part of Serbia that's heavily populated by Bosnians, so given the geopolitical nature of that part of the world, it's obviously a
134.
reason why when he fled that part of the world in the early 1990s.
Probably best just to say that he is from the former Yugoslav.
140.
But certainly he's probably seen and experienced things that we can only ever imagine. And again, it's all part of the Suljovic story, the way he
100.
fled his former life and established a new one in Austria.
Well, it just sets up for a Mensa movie later in our lives. I'm sure we'll see it.
60.
Yeah, great. It's like a darting Rocky story.
Well, I mean, it's already something that he's touched upon. He did an interview with Dan Dawson at the World Match Play and featured on the PDC website, and I think it just opened a few people's eyes actually about everything that has gone before. You know, people talk about pressure and the pressure of playing darts and that sort of thing. I think there was just a great deal of perspective from Mentor that day, and it was a nicely produced piece. Anyway,
51 for Bull. And both guys have had a 1-2-1 this week. Their best of this week. But Johnny Clayton could not replicate that. He has left double 12 in case this 68 isn't converted. Are we going all the way like the first semi-final? Double 14, of course, for Mensur. He misses this time.
Yeah, not often that it lets him down, and it might let him down in a big way because Clayton's now looking at double 12 to level things up at 2 apiece. That one's slightly further away, and that one's even further away.
It was too close because of his darts being so flat. The only way he could hit that double 12 was the top right corner. And he tried to float it in over the top, and it just caught the flight and bounced away. Double 7. Plan B for double 14. That's a good lie because he can lie on top of that. Now it's doubly big. Oh, just like that. What a wonderful camera angle from our backstage crew.
Yeah, you just saw there how that third dart, in the end, it just nestled, the flights nestled against the other two, and he used those first two darts so well, and that's a very important leg for Mensur Suljovic. I think had Clayton gone level at 2 apiece, the mood could have changed so easily. But once again, it's Super Mensur that reverberates around the Steiermark-Halle here in Graz.
Can't imagine what it's like to be so popular.
I was just thinking as well earlier, you know, Suljovic's son is watching this as well, and he must be sitting there. I'm not quite sure how much he understands about what's going on. We've just got that distraction again. The balloons are going off. I think that's a deliberately popped balloon. We've had that once or twice this weekend. But Suljovic's son must be watching on and just thinking, wow, that's my dad up there. This is what he does. And, you know, who knows, it might inspire, not only a new generation of Austrian players, but a generation of Suljovic players.
Well, sons have got to be proud of what their dads do. I was very proud of my dad. He was a brilliant pipe fitter. And a brilliant pipe welder as well.
100.
But this is a slightly different level of pride for Mini Mensur. His dad is an absolute superstar. He is darts in this country.
And once again, the fans inside are chanting his name as well.
59.
And he clearly enjoys sharing these moments with his family as well.
Coincidentally, Johnny Clayton's a very good plasterer. Doesn't really enjoy his job. He likes to play darts. But he's from the same school as Mark Webster.
100.
Doesn't want to give up the day job just in case. Wants to put everything in perspective. It's a double 16 now for Johnny Clayton.
72.
Just on the wrong side of the wire.
150.
Well, I wouldn't rule this out with Mensur being Mensur. 150 for another break.
It's going to stay there. Oh, it went to the left.
Just next door, so 75 away.
92. Johnny requires 32.
Well, Johnny Clayton can't afford to miss this. 2 darts at double eights. 1 dart at double eights. Mensur Suljovic might be back here, and he will be back here as well.
Johnny requires 58.
The doubles are letting him down now. Johnny Clayton misses at double 12, misses at 16s and 8s. For my earphones, I can't hear anybody whistling on his throw or anything like that. So Suljovic has 2 darts at tops. Tens has been very kind to him this weekend. Not this time. Johnny gets a reprieve.
Johnny requires 16.
And this time we feel Clayton can't afford any more mistakes. He's now looking at double 4, and this is very anxious and very nervy indeed.
14.
And Johnny's in the madhouse here in more ways than one.
10.
Mind you, there's a possibility that Suljovic could end up there as well if he's not careful. Double 5 first of all.
He might be. If he doesn't hit double 2.
Oh, it's a long way off. And he too is in the madhouse.
Johnny requires 2.
Who will escape first? Who has the keys to get out and win the 5th leg?
Talk with that for Johnny. Oh, lovely dart that.
Johnny Clayton.
That is a brilliant dart.
Meant to throw first.
In more ways than one. Because it's not a guide, that first one. It does gauge where he's at. But he's got to go left and right to avoid that dart, because his dart is so flat. Well, very good shot from Johnny Clayton.
It's a 23 dart hold, and it means he is now 2 from 17 on his doubles. But if Johnny Clayton wins this, he will not care one jot about that. 23 missed darts at doubles already in this match, and we're barely halfway. We're not even halfway through potentially.
I reckon this is probably the most tiring day of Johnny Clayton's career so far.
The average, by the way, is now below 80 for Johnny Clayton. Mensur's isn't too much better either.
57.
And that's taken another hit as well.
That'll be music to kill when Price's ears. Sometimes it's not about averaging 105 or even 102, even under 90. Averages go out the window at this time of the day. It's survival of the fittest, like I said earlier on this afternoon. Just about getting moments and taking your chances. It's a better first start from Johnny, and he follows it up.
135.
I'll do. Gets him on level terms. And the order in here is impeccable. Enthralled is the only word I can think of. Every single person under this roof,
57.
they want to see their hero in the final.
$100.
I'm engrossed, Rob. I'm tired just watching these guys. They look physically knackered.
Yeah, Suljovic is drenched in sweat as well. The shirt is sticking to his body here. And whoever comes through has to do it all over again in a very quick turnaround as well. And not only that, of course, it's first to 8 in the final. It really is arduous. I just can't emphasize enough how warm it is on stage, by the way, and it really must be so physically draining.
Of course, you get those people who think that darts isn't a sport. Try playing on that stage all day and see how you feel. It takes hydration from you, it takes mental power from you, it's stressful. And to be able to throw the way these guys are doing right now takes real courage.
Well, it's touching. It's touching, yeah, 45 though.
86.
Clayton could have found himself in a much better position here on the Suljovic throw. 86 for Mensah, make that 68, make that bullseye.
61.
You see the sweat going down the right side of his face. 74 for Johnny Clayton. Didn't use the bull route, and maybe he's wishing that he had.
Yeah, curious that.
He's had a few of those tonight.
Given the state of play and given the balance, or given the nature of this leg being in the balance. Double 10 for Mensah. Mensah holds. It's another step in the right direction for him. Johnny Clayton perhaps reflecting momentarily on what might have been once again here, but getting on with the job in hand in leg 7.
180.
Well, maybe the lull in the standard is about to change. Johnny Clayton shifting gear.
Just the second 180 of the match, that one. Both for Clayton. Suljovic has not found one yet.
60.
But again, he won't really care about that.
Just looking at the body language of Suljovic, he's drained.
5 perfect darts for Johnny Clayton.
140.
Need I say any more?
Woefully shaking my head at you, Rob.
100.
I think these guys are very close to needing their second wind.
97.
Major autopilot darts right now. Who's got the better autopilot? This is what all of those practice hours are about.
84.
Being able to do this under the biggest amount of stress. And double 12 for an 11 dart leg is a sign that Johnny Clayton may have found that second wind.
Game on.
Needs more of that. And if he can find it, he will trouble Suljovic.
100.
Best leg of the match, of course. And a couple of, probably 5 straight legs of, you could call mediocre darts based on the standard that we've seen this weekend. That 11 darter is a shining light, especially if you're a Johnny Clayton fan. The first start of Suljovic is starting to let him down a little bit. It's dipping a bit too much. How much he would dearly love to keep his 2-leg cushion
100.
from the previous leg. In order to do that, he's got to keep getting a minimum of 1 treble a visit to force Johnny Clayton to get 2. Good adjustment.
100.
Johnny does need 2 trebles.
99.
And that's okay. but he still has to rely on mistakes from Mensah. Reaching for that first start again. Another ton would be nice. Gets it. 4 tons in a row. The 5-ton game is a possibility.
Could serve him very well indeed. Johnny Clayton just not landing any punches at the moment, and Suljovic has some breathing space here. 116 the deficit, looking at 101. That's found its way in. 9 for double 16 then for Mensah Suljovic for a 5-3 lead. Well, he will be back.
Some of the fans thought that was in. The point of the dart went all the way into the board, and the boards do get a little softer when it's so hot. So expect those points to go all the way in. Double ace for 5-3 in this semi-final. I'm not sure that was thrown perfectly. That one was.
I think it's Johnny to throw first.
Getting closer.
2 legs away from a final in his homeland.
And again,
41.
both players averaging just over 82 at the moment. It's been that sort of match, but sooner or later you're going to get an encounter like this. There's clearly so much on the line for these two. Arguably more so for, well, you can make a case for either.
85.
Johnny Clayton looking for his first ever Euro Tour final. Mensah Suljovic desperately wants to win this for his fans. This is the one that counts for him. This is the one that really matters. Of everything else that he's contested.
Mensah Suljovic is finding out right now how hard it is to shake off a ferret. It's pretty difficult.
Clinging to his leg with his claws extended.
96.
Opportunities like this don't come very often,
100.
unless you're at the top echelons of the game. The likes of Wright and Van Gerwen, Michael Smith, multiple champions. Johnny Clayton will see this as a huge chance that he dearly wants to take. He's in a great position in this leg.
100.
Even better one now.
Yeah, Suljovic, fair enough, if the opportunities to break again come along, he'll try and take them obviously, but I think in the back of his mind he'll be just telling himself, reminding himself it's all about holding his throw. Johnny Clayton has trimmed the deficit once again to 5-4, but Suljovic knows here that as long as he holds throw here, first of all, and then next time around, he'll be through.
Well, Johnny Clayton's been monstrous on his throw the last couple of times.
60.
Finishing clinically. Is it time for the Johnny Clayton assault? Just can't seem to do it on Mensah's throw right now. Mensah knows how to play in hot conditions. He did get to the final of Gibraltar last year, which was searing hot.
96.
Ultimately lost that one to Michael Smith, who picked up his 4th European Tour title.
140.
Just 1 or 2 signs from Johnny Clayton every now and then that he can still cause Suljovic problems here. He's perhaps just pacing himself to an extent as well. Waiting, biding his time, waiting for that moment to go in for the kill. But Suljovic is going in for the kill here.
140.
It's a good answer to the previous visit of Johnny Clayton from Mensah. It's a 1-3-4 really.
Just saying to Clayton, yeah, if you need to do that again now. Go on, see how you go.
Oh, that's a great visit from Johnny Clayton. Very intelligent darts.
Yeah, clearly thinking, despite all the distractions going on around him, he's still very focused here. He's got good concentration.
Suljovic has found his range again.
95. Johnny requires
A lot of attempts at 170 this weekend. Can Johnny Clayton ping one? Can he ping one? Oh,
145.
Well, great attempt by Johnny Clayton, but he may well still win this leg because Suljovic is on 110, and this is a test of Suljovic's skill and his temperament here as well. There's lots riding on this now. Single 18.
Yep, 92 left.
So back to treble 20. Long way off as well. He's done that
53.
quite a lot in this semi-final as
Yeah,
well.
it's falling short. Maybe the fingers are just a little bit slippy. But double 8 now, double 4 for a level game. It's 5-5, and Johnny Clayton is definitely in the ascendancy, and he's keeping everybody quiet. He's got the throwback, and he now, if he holds, he's going to play against Gezi in the final.
Well, first semi-final went the distance, 13 legs. There's every sign here that this one will also go the distance. Could be a very, very late night, by the way. It's just gone 20 past 10 local time. We've still got potentially 3 legs left in this one, and then the final itself.
Well, last night was late enough. I think Mensah went on stage at 11 o'clock. And he was supposed to go on stage probably half an hour before that.
59.
I think he was on stage for about half an hour after it as well, because there were that many people who wanted to see him.
Yeah, celebrating. Acknowledging the crowd. Well,
46.
a 60 followed by a 46. Not the sort of numbers that will scare Johnny Clayton on his throw here, especially now.
Worrying times.
180.
Yeah, Suljovic has just not really been able to give the crowd too much to get going about here, although this might help. There we go, bang on cue. Mensah back in business.
He needed that too.
He certainly did. Clayton, though, still in pole position here in this leg.
60.
But it's just 60 from Johnny Clayton. Now, if Suljovic can post a biggie here, it could all turn again.
The decibels have changed in here in the last 30 seconds.
Needs a treble, finds a treble.
Big trouble.
Wow. Spinner a coin job, this one. 115 plays 160. But Clayton might well fancy this. Tops.
140. And steering wire 150.
One of those moments where you just hold your breath and think, is that going in? This one might. Double top to get the lead back. Oh, he's short as well.
Well,
20.
opportunities for the break for Mensah Suljovic. Johnny Clayton now looking at double 10. Johnny Clayton holds, backing up the break. 5-4 becomes 5-6. And Suljovic has to dig again here.
No hesitation getting to the hockey for Mensah. Usually takes a few seconds to compose himself. Johnny Clayton is within touching distance of a Welsh derby in the final.
140.
I hasten to say that the atmosphere in the final, if that was the case, would be slightly different to a final if Mensah was in it.
140.
Not over yet.
Will there be one more push from Mensah here?
Oh, inspiring darts from the Welshman. Just when he needed it, he just pulls it from his pocket. That's brilliant. 60 or 57 needed.
57.
6 darts from 2-2-1 will get him in the final.
Johnny Clayton is on the verge here. He is closing in on another landmark achievement
43.
in his career. Only in his 4th year as a pro, joined the PDC Pro Tour in 2015 after winning a tour card on the final day of Q School.
Oh,
it's already been a very productive few months for him. Players' Championship finalist, of course. £40,000 for that. He had that maiden title as well. 94 away. Suljovic on 108. This leg also in the balance. I suspect it will go down to the doubles and who will blink first.
88.
He's got 94 for it.
94.
Bullseye or treble 18? It's treble 18. Double. It's not in. It's not in. So Mensah Suljovic has double 10.
Thank you.
Yeah, the crowd playing their part there as well. Clearly, Johnny was affected by that, had to take a moment. Double 10. Mensah just can't miss this. There is no margin for error, and there is no error. And we are once again in the second semi-final, as was the case in the first. We're into a 13th and final leg. Clayton throwing first, and I suspect once again the crowd will play their part here.
That little red dot next to Johnny's name is going to be massive in this leg.
141.
Great start.
Great start. Just maybe a slight shame about the last start, but that's exactly what Clayton needed, just to settle himself in. Mensah needs a response. And Mensah does not find a response. Advantage Clayton already, you feel it. Even more so now.
Go over the jugular now.
100.
It's a lovely start. On his throw, he's been titanic.
186 the gap. Mensah has to make up ground. He needs to get back amongst the leaderboard here. And it's not enough.
126 in front with these is a great position to be in. It's all up to him.
100.
And that is a mammoth ton.
Yeah, just chipping away now. Down to a finish after 9 darts. That will do for Johnny Clayton. Suljovic is nowhere at the moment, although this will help him.
140.
No end if he could find another one, but he didn't.
160.
160 away. He had a go at this earlier in the match. It was in.
120.
I didn't think it was in, but it was. That is now a match start missed for Johnny Clayton. He's coming back for tops to get into his first European Tour final here in Graz to play against Gezi Price, his potential World Cup teammate. It's all on the shoulders of the Ferret.
6 starts from here as well. The crowd once again trying to do all they can to help their man. Now Johnny Clayton will be back. He needs to somehow just shut out the noise from the stage, or from the front of the stage. Suljovic, has he got any fights left in him? Has he got anything left in the locker? There's a 140. Now this is a big moment once again. Johnny Clayton looking at tops. It's underneath this time for double 10, and it is double 10, and it clearly means a lot to him. And Johnny Clayton is through to his first Euro Tour final, and he will take on another Welshman, Gerwyn Price, for the title here at the Austrian Darts Open, and the dream is over for Mensah Suljovic. Many would have suggested it was in the stars, it was in the scripts, but Johnny Clayton ripping up the script there and sticking to his own story, you have to say. Disappointment for Mensah, disappointment for the crowd here in Graz. Johnny Clayton through to his first Euro Tour final, won his maiden PDC title with victory in Barnsley in October, and another title could be on the way. Gerwyn Price stands in his way. The final on the way in around about 15 or so minutes time. Keep an eye on the screen here. We'll have the final. Myself and Paul Nicholson in the chair for that one.
Actually making history in the Euro Pro Tours. That will be, ladies and gentlemen, in 20 minutes. 20 minutes we will have the final of the 2018 Austrian Darts Open. Not to be missed. Ladies and gentlemen, see you very soon. Thank you.